First, just to kind of explain the process a little bit, because an appropriations bill was not passed for the entire fiscal year through the end of September, we have been struggling with a continuing resolution. Continuing resolution being just to keep the government operating through the end of September. That was just recently passed and signed into law. The next thing up is the Ryan budget. Ryan being the chairman of the budget committee on which I serve, he has offered what he modestly described as a path to prosperity. I maintain with the kind of changes, some of the kinds of changes that he made on educational opportunities, on workforce development and the like, that if it is a path to prosperity, it's prosperity for the Chinese and some of our other competitors, not really for us. We will next be facing the big debate over whether some or all of that gets attached to the debt ceiling changes that are necessary for us to honor the full faith and credit of the United States on our obligations sometime between about May 8th and the end of June. So all of those converging. I believe that we do have a serious long-term debt problem and that we need to focus on how best to resolve it. I think the President has outlined a more realistic way of how to resolve it than the Ryan Republican budget. I don't believe that as important as the size of our debt is and the level of our tax rates, that you can look at America strictly through the lens of just those two considerations. I think you have to take into consideration a wide range of other matters that relate to the strength of our economy. We can take steps to eliminate vital public services like education, and I think undermine our competitiveness and the strength of our economy to be able to get our debt under containment. And that's why I think the President's approach that uses a combination of realistic investment while trying to make take the steps necessary to bring budget deficits under control is the right approach. The effects of doing all of the things that are proposed in the Republican budget, which is basically an outline of what the appropriations committees are expected to do now and over the next 5 years, the effects of that are pretty far-reaching. The cutbacks are significant in Pell Grants, which are a source of financing for a little more than 1 out of 4 students out here at the University of Texas. And Alicia, I saw earlier at ACC, I think it's about 27% of the students out there relying on Pell Grants. Those would be significantly cut under this budget. There also is a significant reduction in a program that's been pretty well supported on a bipartisan basis for many years, Head Start, recognizing that we want the young people that come to this school to be prepared to learn, and that many of them need that added assistance of Head Start. Indeed, in my family, we feel every child should have the opportunity to access pre-K and get the support to develop at the time that their brain is ready to learn. My own feeling is that we need, instead of shutting schools and terminating teachers, while looking for all the efficiencies we can find, that if we are to have the competitive, best educated workforce in the world, that we need to be investing more from pre-K to postgraduate work in this country. And this budget fails to do that.